At many points in time, some of us have wondered, what would it be like if I were just a bit taller? Well, it's actually possible if you're willing to throw down a couple $1,000s to make it happen. News 3's Tiffany Lane met with a local orthopedic surgeon who's helped make the Las Vegas Valley one of the main hubs for limb lengthening surgery in the world. And a warning before we start this newscast, some of the images that you're about to see, they may be uncomfortable for you.
Like this month alone, I think we have patients coming from South America, Europe, Canada, at least 10 or 12 states from around the United States.
It's not a surgery that's for everyone.
Okay,
But over the last 10 years, Dr. Kevin Debbie Parshad has made Las Vegas one of the go-to cities around the world for limb lengthening surgery, performing hundreds of them every year.
Implantable implant that goes inside of the bone. Once the implant is put in, you use this device to slowly lengthen the bone. It takes about 1 millimeter or so a day, so in about 25 days you can gain 1 inch.
It started off mainly for medical reasons, but now Dr. Debbie Parshad says 50% of the patients are doing it for cosmetic reasons. One of those patients, the fun-loving Hugo Ramirez, who lives between Texas, California, and Florida.
When you're 5'9", you still have to fight to get to where you got to be at. I mean, I had to learn my respect. You just, got guys that are 6 foot tall. I don't even know how they get their positions in life. It's because they're tall.
Ramirez first got the idea from a friend and decided to give it a go. And it did not come without sacrifices, like having to lose weight.
I did the gastric sleeve when they get rid of your stomach, and I got down from 215 down to 197.
Then came the leg lengthening surgery in early 2023.
What hurt the worst? Learn how to walk all over again. Muscle atrophy. That was the brutal part about the surgery, is the muscle atrophy. It was the worst.
While the surgery has been around for decades, there's a new technology making the recovery easier.
So there's a 4th generation of the implant called Precise Max that has recently come out. It is a more fortified implant and allows for increased weight bearing capacity. So it will allow patients to actually be able to mobilize and walk right after surgery.
X-ray?
Dr. Debbie Parshad led us inside what he believes was one of the first uses of the Precise Max implanted in the world, just last week. The surgery making patients 3 to 4 inches taller. Right now, Ramirez is about 6'1" with shoes. But guess what? He loved the results so much, he's returning to Vegas to do it again to become 6'4". This time with a new technology and a lot more stretching before going under.
I have everything. I don't have a perfect life. I have everything. I don't need anything else. But the height has always been something I've always looked at people that are taller than me. I've always looked up to them.
And while the surgery has a hefty price tag of about $80,000, Ramirez says it's worth every penny, saying he's often mistaken for actor and wrestler Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
The biggest rush is right now, I'm 6'1". Okay. Especially here in LA. In Beverly Hills, I get stopped all the time.
In Las Vegas, I'm Tiffany Lane for News 3.